o'clock, we will be holding a more detailed press conference, as detailed as we possibly can. So if you can all refrain and hold your questions until then, that would be appreciated. And now I will go ahead and call up Sheriff Jim Cameron.
Good morning. What we know thus far is that Great Mills High School began its school day this morning at 7:45 a.m. like many other days, except for on this day, a male student produced a handgun and fired around, wounding a female student and another male student in a hallway of Great Mills High School just before classes begun. The victims of the shooting were transported by EMS, and the one male student went to MedStar St. Mary's Hospital, is in stable condition. The female student was transported to shock trauma facility, is in critical condition, and I am told that at 10:41 a.m. this morning, the shooter was confirmed deceased at Charles Regional Medical Center in La Plata. When the shooting took place, our school resource officer, who was stationed inside the school, was alerted to the event and the shots being fired. He pursued the shooter, engaged the shooter, during which that engagement he fired a round at the shooter. Simultaneously, the shooter fired a round as well. So in the hours to come, in the days to come, through detailed investigation, we will be able to determine if our school resource officer's round struck the shooter. The school resource officer is uninjured and was not struck by any firearm projectile. The SRO is with our detectives now, as are witnesses to the event. They are still at the high school in a secured area. The remainder of the students from Great Mills High School, as our protocol and process and training, we brought buses in and had them removed to the Forest Tech Center in Leonardtown for parent reunification. That is ongoing as we speak. I would like to thank my colleagues from the allied agencies that responded. It was a mass response this morning from Police, Fire, and Rescue. Charles County Sheriff's Office, thank you, Troy Berry. Major Morris, thank you. The Maryland State Police responded, as did the NAS Police, Calvert County Sheriff's Office, the FBI, and the ATF. At 1 o'clock, I hope to give you more details about this event. I know that you have a number of questions, and I'm alerted to a number of things that are out there on social media about the potential relationship between the shooter and any of the victims. At this time, we can't confirm any of that. That is what this investigation will do. And at 1 o'clock, I would anticipate being able to release identities of perhaps the shooter and the victims as well. And we would know by then that notification is being made. So again, I wanted to lay the groundwork for what's to come at 1 o'clock.
Can you confirm the identity of the school resource officer?
No, I can't, not at this time.
There have been threats posted on social media a month or two ago at this school. Can you say anything about if any of what happened today is related to that?
So that's part and parcel to the investigation. We'll go on to determine if anything on social media was relevant to this day. I'm not aware of anything.
All right, we're going to see what they talking about on social media.
Anybody involved in their social media posts.
How many resource officers are with the school?
We have a school resource officer assigned to each of our high schools.
One?
Yes, yes.
Again, we're not taking questions right now at 1 o'clock. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I would like to mention that the FBI has set up a 1-800 line. It's 1-800-CALL-FBI. If you have additional information that you would like to share with us, we set that 800 line up. So please give us a call there.
All right, so the shooter's dead, the girl's in critical condition, and another boy is in stable condition. That sounds like, a love triangle, but it could not be. It could just be random. Could be a love triangle. Mother and daughter exchange heartbreaking. Now, they just had this walkout last week. And this school was one of the schools down on the Capitol with all the kids during the walkout. And most likely the kid who shot up the school was part of the walkout, because every kid is going to leave school when they get a chance to. It don't matter if you said, hey, kids, we're having a Klan meeting, so every kid gets out of school today. All the black kids will leave that day. They might not go to the Klan meeting, but they'd leave school. That's just how kids are. So that kid, 99 times out of 100, was part of that walkout last week. So this is a text from a girl this morning. Hey, Mom, should I be concerned? People heard a giant boom in the hallway and everyone ran outside. And my teacher left. We're having lockdown. Mom, I'm panicking. Are you stuck in your class? Now, where are you? What are you doing now? We're in my class in the back of the room with the lights off. Just think about it. You're a parent and you get that text. Jesus Christ. We're in the back with the lights off and the doors locked, and we have to be quiet. Oh my God. The horror. She says, okay, I'm dropping OB off at daycare. I will come right back around and wait to find out what's going on. As soon as I'm done here, even if it's nothing, I will come pick you up, okay? Thank you. What class are you in right now? Golly. Health in the hallway, and they called my teacher down, and she seems really worried and ran. They had us in lockdown. Is your teacher in there with you? Is it just all you students? Sweetheart, I'm sure it's not what you think it is. Just be calm and stay as quiet as you can. I'm in the process of dropping OB off, and then I will come. Damn, Mom, you should have. Fuck dropping OB off. Mom's like, look, I got shit I'm doing. Mom like, look, I'm doing something. When I finish doing what I'm doing, I get down there. I love you so much. If there's something else going on, be safe. I will be there soon. I love you too. Are you still hiding? Yeah, we are. Are you hearing anything else outside in the hallway? Or is it quiet? Quiet. We just heard a slam outside. Man, Mom like, look, I'm dropping Obi off. Just wait. I'll be there when you...
Please go to the guidance office for support. Our guidance counselors are ready to listen.
So yeah, look, I never heard of this school before. I live in D.C., but this is like a suburb of D.C., St. Mary's County. I've been down there. I've been to a club down there before. What's the name of that club? Oh man, God, dog. I went to a club down there. Martinis? Is it Martinis? I don't know, but there's a club. There's a couple clubs I've been to down there. It was a long time back in the 2000s. Yeah, what do y'all think about this? I'm trying to see what the kids are saying about. So the school resource officer, they're not going to know whether the school resource officer's bullet killed the kid or the kid killed himself. But the school resource officer did respond, and that may have caused the kid to kill himself. So we don't. All we know is that the school resource officer responded, and the kid, either he shot the kid or the kid shot himself. So that walkout didn't work. That was a very unsuccessful walkout. Okay? That National Day, whatever they did, that thing it did not work. That thing was a resounding failure. Because it was down in D.C. on the mall. The bulk of it, I was the focal point of it. And here you go right in the suburbs of D.C. a week later, less than a week later. 6 days later, you got another shooting at a school. A very good school, too. This is a very good academic school. This isn't no thug school. This ain't no hood school. This is a good school. Look, when you got this type of shit going on at your school, man, I would just homeschool my kids, man. Fuck that. Until they get the situation under control, because these are good schools. Parkland and Great Mills, they're very good schools. Like, this ain't no... Let me go to my app. Every parent need this app. If you don't have this app, you slipping. Great schools. Great Mills. I don't know what the fuck is just happening right there. Test scores. Test scores at this school are about the same as the state average, though still below the top performing schools in the state, because test scores in some states are so low, many students at this school may not be performing at grade level. Uh-oh. Is this the same school? Yikes. So they got a 6 out of 10 in test scores. College readiness. This school is above the state average in key measures of college and career readiness. Even at schools with strong college and career readiness, there may be students who are not getting the opportunities they need to succeed. 4-year high school graduation rate. So they have a 92% graduation rate. Hold on, there's a kid about to talk. Let me let y'all see this kid talk on TV.
I'm going straight towards my school, and then everybody started talking about how they heard the school shooting. And then the first thing I thought it was my brother, because I knew they were at the school at the time, so I tried to get in contact with them, but they weren't able to use their phones at the time.
But how was that like to not knowing? I know that can be incredibly scary and frightening.
It was very stressful because I'm just worried for my brothers. My brothers are like my best friend, and if anything happens to them, that would affect me a lot.
What did you do next? You talked to mom and dad to let them know that you're okay?
Yeah, I called them, let them know I was alright. I asked them if they got in contact with my brothers. My mom said she got in contact with one of my brothers, and the other one wasn't able to answer his phone at the time. So then I started to really panic because I'm starting to think, did something happen to my other brother? And then after that, my mom finally called me and said she got in contact with the other brother and said how he was in the media center during the lockdown trap.
And we've been hearing the reports that there were threats made as early as last month about a possible shooting circulating on social media. Did you see those threats? Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. Everybody was talking about how somebody was threatening to bring guns and stuff to our school, and how they were starting in other schools like Leonardtown too. And then that's what made me go contact my mom, let her know that somebody was that somebody was contacting my school saying how they was gonna bring guns and start shooting up the school. And that's when I had to let my mom know, and she finally called the police. And the police already said they have multiple reports on the school shooting. And it's been a rough past month.
And Alonzo, after those threats were made, did you see that increased police presence at the school?
Yes, we started having, it went from probably 2 police officers at the school to about 4 or 5, and they would sit out in the parking lot when we get off the buses, and then they would sit there in the halls, make sure nothing happened during the school day. But it's just, today's been a very stressful day so far.
What's it like once you finally have that sense of relief knowing that your 2 brothers are okay?
It feels better because I was very stressed out when I realized that my brothers were still at the school, and I had to make sure they was okay, make sure nothing happened to them, especially when one of them wasn't contacting me back. So I'm in relief now that I know both of them are okay, and that everything should be going back to normal, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. It's gonna be a hard next couple of weeks after knowing what happened today in school.
And did you take the bus over from Drayton Mills here to Leonardtown?
Yes, I did.
What was that like? Was it very orderly? Did they do a good job making sure everyone was safe?
Yeah, they made sure everybody stayed calm. They didn't want nobody panicking. They just told us all to go to our classrooms, remain in the classroom, don't leave the classroom. So they did it in an orderly fashion. They made sure we all stayed calm. They didn't want nobody panicking running out the building. So they did a good job with that.
Last week, your school was part of the national walkout. Did you take part in that?
Yes, I did.
6 days later, did you ever think you'd be in this situation?
I never would have thought a day in my life I would ever have to deal with a school shooting like this today. This stressful.
Alonzo, we appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. Glad you're okay. Glad your 2 brothers are okay as well. And we want to send things over now to Brad Bell. He has been live on the scene covering the latest developments in this. Brad, what can you tell us now?
Ryan, well, I can give you an update at the school. I'm going to step out of the way. What you're looking at now is the front of Great Mills High School, and you can still see the police are here. What we saw just a few moments ago, actually, was the quick response team, the SWAT, armored vehicle, all that stuff just rolled out of here, and it's now very much a crime scene. And you can see the crime scene vehicles as well as all the sheriff's
Okay.
still here and state troopers.
So back
on
to
the scene. It was interesting to hear the
what I was doing.
cameras confirming what we have been reporting about this shooting. That was started,
So they got 24% of their students participate in AP courses. I mean, this is a decent school. They put on the news said this is a really good school. This is a decent school. Percentage of students passing 1 or more AP exams, grades 9 through 12, 74, state average 60. SAT, ACT participation rate 19%, state average 57. So only 19% of their kids taking the SAT. Yeah, that's problematic, man. That's not that great of a school. Proficient, so they got 48% of the students are proficient in English. 48% in America, you got 48% of the kids proficient in English. Hold on, here go another kid. I'm about to show you.
And after that, that's when everybody was running outside and people was texting. They was like, what happened? What happened? And then they had said one of my friends had got shot in the leg and a girl had got shot and the boy had shot himself.
So that's what people told you.
Yes.
What did you see?
The only thing I saw was everybody run out and then I had heard the gunshots. So I had run out too once I had came inside the school.
Okay, so tell me about the gunshots. You said you heard 3 gunshots.
Yes, I heard 3 gunshots. They was at least had it been a pistol or something. Because it didn't sound like no assault rifle.
Okay. What's in your heart about this, dude?
I mean, it's really heartbreaking because I know I go to that school. I got cousins and family, and my girlfriend was there at the time. And at the time my first thing I thought was I had to get to her and everything. And I was upset. I didn't know what was going down. I didn't know how it was going to go down. And I didn't know what happened to her.
Sarah, you heard the heartbreaking. We've heard that again and again today. Heartbreaking to think
Okay. So yeah. Listen, and this is in no way to attack these kids. It's just that they're telling on the news that this is a great school. So I just wanted to look it up in this app called Great Schools. Very comprehensive. I mean, this is a great app. So, equity overview. Race and ethnicity. This shows test score ratings for different races and ethnicities. Big differences may suggest that some student groups are not getting the support they need to succeed. Y'all hear that? So the only reason there's a difference in the test scores is because they not helping. I don't know about all that. So, let me catch this before this shit turns off. All right, good. All right. So, I don't want to get into all that. I don't even want to get into that. I'm going to leave that alone. Y'all saw what it was. This shows the out-of-school suspension rates across different races and ethnicities at this high school compared to the state average. So all students, 12%. The state average is 6%. So they have a lot of kids getting disciplined. Twice as many as the state average. White kids, 5%. White kids make up 43% of the students, and 5% of them are being disciplined, have been disciplined. Black students make up 35% of the students, 22% of the students that are disciplined. And the state average is 9% for black students disciplined at a school. 22 at this school. 22% black kids being disciplined at this school. Hispanic kids, 7%. Multi-biracial kids, 7%. Asian kids, 2%. White kids, 5%. Black kids, 22% of the black kids are being disciplined. That's 1 out of 5. 1 out of 20 white kids is disciplined. 1 out of 17 or 18 white kids Hispanic kids is disciplined. 1 out of 18 biracial kids is disciplined. 1 out of 50 Asian kids is disciplined, and 1 out of 5 black kids is disciplined. All right. This is a great app. It's very comprehensive. It may not show you what you were looking for. It may not give you what you wanted to hear, You know what I'm saying? Because you may have wanted it to be something else other than what it actually is, but it's still, at the end of the day, it gives you a lot of good information. This app, even though it's not what you wanted to hear. Okay. I know y'all wanted to hear something else, but unfortunately, that's not the case. I wish it was like that. It's not. This school is horrible. The staff is lazy, the teachers don't care, nor the students. You could skip class and have no consequences. They have a total of 3 to 4 security guards that enforce the rules, and when they're broken, their excuses are, "We try our hardest to enforce the school. No wonder this school isn't an A school." They just don't care. We talked to the assistant principal about this issue, and all she did was make up the excuse that this happens at every school, and talked about Leonardtown, an A school, and how they have drug issues. Give me a break. You can't talk about another school when you can't even control your own students. I would also like to add, the staff is extremely rude and unprofessional, and the school is unsanitary. I suggest trying to get into Leonardtown if you can, or anywhere else you can. Don't come here. Can't wait to graduate next year. They need a whole new staff principal to fix this school before it's beyond repair. Great Mills School is an excellent school. It's easy to complain and have a lot of negative things to say. It's easy to complain and have a lot of negative things to say about Great Mills when you have nothing to compare it to. But as a former student who attended Great Mills from 9th to 11th grade, I used to think some of those similar things until I transferred to another school. My entire senior year, I begged and begged my parents to please send me back to Great Mills. Talk about lack of discipline, lack of leadership amongst administrators and teachers who really don't care. Try sending your child to a school in PG County. Now, just for the record, PG County is the richest black county in the country. Okay? PG County is where all those Negroes who from DC that got 2 nickels to rub together, this is where they ran to as soon as they got 2 nickels to rub together. PG County. I'm just letting y'all read this, man. I'm just letting y'all read this. Try sending your child to a school in PG County. The teachers at Great Mill were attentive and very helpful. So basically, Great Mills is a bad school for St. Mary's County, but if it was in PG, it would be a great school. Great Mills isn't an overly amazing school, nor an atrocious pit. If any description were to be appropriate, average would be fitting. For moving students, the experience could be jarring, especially if the student was previously in higher classes. If so, it should be a top priority to enroll them in AP classes. On the downside, stereotypes are prevalent, and students seem undisciplined, likely perpetuated by noticeably bad parents. Often teachers would hint at dreading parent conference. However, the school can hardly be blamed for this. So this one blames the parents. Denzel said it's starting at home. Y'all called him a coon. So that lady must be a coon. I'm a student at Great Mills going into my senior year. I don't really associate with people much, but I hope parents are secure about their children in drama. As many high schools have drama, this one has plenty, mostly because everyone knows the names of others and there's not much to do in this county but start rumors. Other than the student body and teachers are great. Since I can't say names, my psychology and world history teachers are the best. I am very fortunate to have a child that is very involved in the music program, which means majority of his friends are band geeks. However, it is very unfortunate that during football games, you're either leaving early or waiting in the band room until all the riffraff is gone. It's a little scary to pick your child up at night. As you notice with the 5 stars, they're either in STEM, AP, or honors. My child is a mixture of honors and regular classes. The majority of the staff are great, but they do have an issue of being afraid of certain races. So they tend to get away with more. Oh, God. If your child is an average student, as majority of the students are, I hope you taught them to keep their mouth shut and look straight ahead. Good luck. All right. So, yeah, we getting into 2009 and whatnot. So, yeah, listen. Look. It is what it is, man. Get in the comment section.